Here's Ronnie. MSP. HT. Clark pads. V3. I'm on the Nikola Plus today. The 1 rad expanded battery version. I got the T-pads 1, the torque pads. I got my McShitter's grip tape here. Because once you go spike pedals, you never go back, right? So it's in the hard mode, and I pumped it up from 23.5 psi to 28 psi. And on hard mode, that's a rough ride, man. That's a rough ride. But with a footlock like this, it still works out. And these are really, really thin. So the profile of the nick comes out just great. And since I got this on, you know, then maybe I can donkey it up a notch. I haven't done much donking here on the nick, you know, because I've treated it more like a cruising wheel. I have done some jumps, I have done some full sends, I haven't done the spine, I probably won't do the spine. And I've done that with footlocks from side and with the frank pads. We're gonna try with the torque pads, take it up to 28, because you know, gotta keep the rim safe. It's all about them rims, man. So let's see if the wheel will survive.
Listen, man. This here's some gangster shit, you know? Real bouncy. Hood shit. Yeah. Double R shit, nigga. The best of the best. Street teams. You know what it is, or how it is.
Motherfuckers wanna act now. Keep toast by the waist now. Got a block full of crack now. Still gotta hold the hood down. No chicks wanna run around, get dick down. Got a grip full of 4 pounds. Gotta put your ass on the ground with a thunderous sound. Send heat through your goose down, then almost glue.
The unexpected geometry. The unexpected geometry, man. It goes flying up.
Bring the blow back in the all black. 360 doing 160.
Gotta flow with it, you know? Flow with it. We're not Lucas. We're not Lucas. Otherwise we're gonna ride, just ride to fall. It's ride to fall.
Niggas think they hot, ain't felt the heat. Cross spit that shit that'll melt the street. Cocksucker, here's a crack code home for me. Double R.
I accelerated at the top of that last one, and the wheel grunted. Because magnets and winding, man. It's magic stuff, magic. So you gotta flow.
3 o'clock on the dot when I played the plot. Ran up in the smoke spot, been about a lot. Hurry up, shit is hot, can't fuck with me. Kill John Ritter and Thieves Company for bumping me. All my niggas own real estate, my money can't.
You just gotta believe, man. You gotta believe. I even got my pads a bit loose, right? You'll get some float, you'll bring it up with you. You did a great job.
Bustin' you didn't make it right. To cut through the gas station and take the light. Can't tell me rough riders don't make it tight. Gotta wonder what a Harlem nigga life is like. And I transport keys at the price is right to ride back to your hood on the.
My left foot slipped out. Everything was wrong, and I got up. You gotta go up.
And the 6 with the rims on. Getting head from a bad red bone. Bitch, I don't mind to switch it like the fuck with a Tim's on. Y'all niggas should have been gone.
Y'all niggas know who I am. Catch you in the parking lot. Pull out and pop your top. Somebody's got to try. So what you wanna do?
Check
You
it out.
cannot hide from me. My niggas is coming for you.
Check it out. On my block, there won't be no cop in the I ain't got no profit in this shit. You get my drift? Anything sold, I wanna get a bankroll. Y'all motherfuckers don't wanna see these things blow. I get like Neptunes. Oh no, when I'm pulling 4-4, look at the hole that you fell in. I gotta spin about, I keep the shells in. Wrap them up in plastic, keep the smell in. But you know now, when I rap fast, might as well slow down. I need a little rap speed like a force to hold my horse like, whoa now, huh? Many niggas think they're a rough ride, cause y'all puff lie, thinking y'all a tough guy. I'm a slim nigga, so I make it look ride. Like, whoa, listen to a fly by. Like, nigga, why cry? That's when you pick your hair back up, it's pop high. They give a fuck where your soul wanna go. All I care is when I toast this shit, where they gonna go. Watch where it's gonna go. Past niggas, I'm sick of y'all won't flow. Ass niggas don't got a phone no more. Pass to the picture while I'm at your funeral. Just pass me the picture, I ain't know what's
Y'all niggas know who I am. Catch you in the parking lot. Pull out and pop your top.
So Ronnie asked me if I had jumped that one before. I've jumped onto it. The worst that can happen is that you get a half bonk onto it, and then it'll still be fine because we're going forward, so we're not going to stop and slide off the front. I switched the nick to soft mode now for some fiddly doodly, and you can really notice the soft mode on the Nikola is a high latency. It's just like really slow in how it shifts. It's not like the EXN that goes doing and back, or the MSP.
That was perfect.
It's going in. Beautiful, man. First try. You can go home now. I know. I know it's scary. I know that feeling, right? The feeling of uncertainty.
Yeah. But logically, since we're doing all those things,
Of
it
course.
should be easy.
But emotionally,
Yeah.
is another story,
something
man.
new.
Something new. Something new. Gets us, man. Save us from our sins. Amen. Woo. That was soft mode. I did put it out to it. Yeah. At least it's not skipping magnets. Speeding, high power, dangerous. The Begode app, man. It's like, yeah. The app says a lot. When I connect to my wheel, it's like overpower, blah blah blah. You know, Hall sensor. I'm gonna die.
Everything is wrong.
Everything is broken. Yeah, everything is broken. The Begode app is just like everything is broken. And then after a minute, it all goes away. You know. But the first minute, I'm like, damn. I'm afraid to commit.
Maybe it's not wet enough.
Yeah, right.
So try licking it.
Yeah. I put a bucket of water in there. Magnets. Magnets. That was something. I skipped through magnets. Did you hear? You haven't heard it before? Oh, I've heard it plenty of times. Plenty of times. So that was something. You would think that the hard mode, being more rigid, would skip magnets less. But since it's not yielding to the rider input, then it just becomes a pure overlean, skipping through magnets and overpowering the wheel. Right? So, yeah, that's something. That's something. I know riders, Tobias, he overleaned his Nikola at around 60 kilometers an hour doing a heavy acceleration while seated, you know. And since then, he's terrified of the soft mode.
Yeah.
Speeding, high power, dangerous. Like standing totally still. Speeding, high power, dangerous. Okay. And now it's gone. But that's like an initial alarm that it's showing there. On
I
the
mean,
Begode.
it's easy to overpower the wheel if you have that intent.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Doing like a forward skip like that, you know,
Yeah.
creating a huge amp spike.
Yeah.
Man. And that is the stuff that can happen accidentally at a skate park, doing a full send and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know. And this is stuff that I've been doing on the EXN, like digging into it. So I can't complain about it dying, you know, doing stuff like that. Can't complain about it dying.
Yeah.
It's not a high torque. It's not a high torque C38.
Yeah.
So the MSX can take it. MSX can take anything.
You try to break it.
I tried to break it, man. Okay.
Oh.
Falls to the left.
Yeah. But you did it perfectly.
Yeah. So on the soft mode, there's some more leaning and tilting and shifting, right? But it still works. It still works. Yeah, totally fine. Totally fine. The more you ride, that will just go away, right? It will just become less and less. That looks really good, man. Great. Awesome. A double, a double.
Abi. Va? Jag har ju ett kärlek med Oliver.
Ja. Där. Breaking a sweat. I'm gonna look at that drop a bit on the soft mode and see. Soft mode did not work there going up because it shifted me down when I was reaching the sharpest part.
Jag menar att du skulle säga.
Gyro malfunction. Always something. Gyro malfunction. When I connect it, cuz right? So it's sort of like it has a diagnostics. Much more predictable on the hard. Much more predictable. There was no grinding or. Don't forget to check your Bigode app afterwards. What? No, but it doesn't give you the diagnostics, man. You need to know about the gyro. Yeah, like this, and you gotta get the rotation. You know.
Who knew that Nikola is a skatewheel?
Yeah, I know. Right? It's like a cruiser, blah blah blah. It's a long range cruiser. You know, I joke and I call it my slow wheel, right? But that's because when you're riding this wheel, you're just at the beeps, and then it's like you're riding fast.
Yeah.
Admittedly, you're riding fast, but the EXN is just faster than I want to go. You know, so I always feel like I have that headroom. You don't hear a lot of people overleaning the EXN, but you hear a lot of people overleaning the Nick. So you know, just what I needed a bit more. But then we just ride it a bit faster, and then we'd end up where we started.
You just push it harder anyway.
Yeah, they should have just made it harder to get up to speed. There's my complaints.
Built-in resistance.
Built-in resistance, exactly. Like the MSX and the EXN. The MSX resists me at 35 kilometers an hour, and the EXN resists me at 50. Everything after that, I have to work my balls off. Here, you ask for a potato, you get a potato until it beeps.
Another solution is to have a blindfold, so then you have to slow down. You can't see where you're going.
Solve it. But with my helmet on, I'll always be on the beats on this thing. Because then I just feel like, YOLO, you know.
I'm the other way around. Because then I'm like, my senses are a bit numb.
Yeah,
Like if I have full face helmet with the visor,
yeah,
then I'm more careful actually.
yeah. I notice that I'm not because I get disconnected. And since I get to disconnect, then I feel that it isn't even real.
Yeah, which is the opposite for me.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, shit, I have to be careful because I don't sense everything.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed if I wear a helmet, it's like everybody's in my way. The damn bicycle's in my way, you know. But otherwise, without the helmet, I feel like we're on even ground. You know, me and the cyclist. And it's like, we're both as naked, you know. Otherwise, with the helmet, it feels like I kind of want to push him around. I want to abuse him. Gonna try to jumpy 180?
No, I can't do it.
Du är nästan där ju. Bara så här, stop and twist.
Ja, du vrider hela kroppen eller benen.
Upper body and I turn it first. The direction I want to turn. I do it from a stop. I'm stopped when I do it. So I'm here. That's it. Doing this for balance. I guess we could practice the spine in the meantime.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Always me first, man. Always me first. Damn it.
Just
Upon
my
further
kids.
inspection, I think the nick shell is too low. So we were talking about the spine, and last time when Ronnie was doing the spine, he fell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I jumped too much.
He jumped too
hard.
much, yeah. So he overshot, right? You ended up on the flat.
I also got some wheel spin and it beat at me when I landed. So
How did you fall? How was the fall?
on the hip,
On
and
the
the
hip.
ass.
On the hip and ass, man. That
Sucks.
ass, that ass. It
It really
sucks,
sucks,
man.
yeah.
And what happened when you tried again? Did you try again?
Yeah, I did it like 5 times, I think,
Yeah.
and I fell 3 times.
You fell 3 times, man. That's a bad ratio.
Yeah.
That ratio is not in our favor.
Yeah.
That's like when we were at High Valley and I did a 180 on the MSX, and the
Yeah.
first thing it did was hit me in the shin.
Yeah.
And then I did it again and it hit me in the shin.
Yeah. But
And I
I
was
know
like-
the problem is that I'm going too fast.
Oh yeah.
You need to slow down.
I know. But it doesn't matter. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. We get PTSD from that kind of stuff. You know, it sticks. It
Yeah,
sticks.
It really does.
So you riders who have been overleaning your wheels, I understand now that you're. How fast am I going?
Yeah.
Right? Like Elias, constantly monitoring his
Yeah.
wheel speed. You know.
It's like this
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly. Let's go for a nice relaxing ride, because that's what electric unicycles are for us, so they can
Yeah.
set us free so we can enjoy life.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
have to remove all the boundaries first.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. The scenery is amazing. This forest is great. Look at the water. The forest is
Oh, how
amazing.
fast am I going? Oh, shit, the bump.
Exactly. Oh, so much drama. Man. So much drama. We should have just stayed at 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
We should have just left
We
it
should
there.
lock them.
Yeah.
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 That's safe.
That way, if we do more than 20 kilometers an hour, then it will just tilt back violently while we're
Yeah.
doing
And
getting
then we have
air.
to practice that.
Then we have to practice that. Exactly. Landing with a tilt back while we get shifted backwards.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Getting tilt back in the air.
In the air. In the air. I mean, sure, we won't get tilted back, you know, because it's not like it's anchored to
It will
something.
try.
But it will do something. It will definitely do something. I'm sure it will shift, you know. And yeah, I
If
bet
you
it'll
have
do
a
something.
king song, it will tell you to be careful.
Yeah, exactly. And then in motion, right? Just like be careful. This one just says like keep going, or maybe beep,
Yeah.
you know, because of the high speed. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, it was a different experience jumping this much on the Nick and doing the full send and stuff, especially on the hard mode. So yeah, I don't know if it grunts as much on the soft mode, because on the soft mode, if you try to torque it, it'll just shift the wheel for you.
Are you on hard now?
Yeah, I'm on hard. Pure hard, just to try out these pads, you know, to compare it to the hard MSX configuration. But yeah, you know, doesn't have to be a matter of principle. Can try everything on medium, can try everything on slow.
Yeah.
I'm like convinced in my head that if I have it on the hard mode, that it will be the torquiest mode. But it doesn't matter, because it's not pure torque that you need at the skate park.
Yeah.
It's flow.
Yeah.
It's flow.
It's more a feeling that they have, like you calculate the speed and things like that.
Exactly. So yeah.